Ask any self-made crorepati in India what the hardest part of their financial journey was. They won't tell you it was making their first crore. They will tell you, without a doubt, that it was saving their very first 10 lakh rupees. If you are starting with zero savings, or if you feel like you are working 80 hours a week, but your bank account is barely budging, you are not alone. Most people look at compounding as this magical, effortless force that makes you rich overnight. But when you are starting out, the math is brutally against you. Compounding feels completely invisible. Today, we are going to look at the raw, unfiltered mathematics of the Indian middle class. We are going to decode why the first 10 lakh rupees feels like pushing a boulder up a mountain, and how, the moment you cross that milestone, the rules of money completely change. The boulder turns into a snowball, and your money starts doing the heavy lifting for you. If you are tired of staying broke on the salary treadmill, grab a pen. Let's build your roadmap. Let's start at the very beginning, your first 1 lakh rupees. This is where 90% of young Indians quit. Why? Because of what behavioral finance calls the cold start problem. Imagine you start a disciplined SIP of 10,000 rupees a month. You skip the weekend parties, you order less food online, and you make sacrifices. At the end of 12 months, you have invested 1,20,000 rupees. If the market is flat or slightly down, you look at your portfolio and see maybe 1,22,000 rupees. You've made 2,000 rupees in interest. Psychologically, this is a disaster. You think, I sacrificed a whole year of my life, wore old clothes, took the metro instead of a cab, and all I got was 2,000 rupees? I could have spent that money and had fun. This is the trap. In the first year, your investments do not generate wealth. They only test your character. Your net worth is entirely driven by your savings rate, not by market returns. Compounding hasn't even entered the room yet. It is still sleeping. At this stage, your money is too small to make money. You must rely on pure, raw savings discipline. If you expect the stock market to make you rich when you only have 50,000 rupees invested, you are setting yourself up for failure. You need to build the foundation first. Now let's look at the actual mathematics of reaching 10 lakh rupees. Let's run a realistic simulation of a 10,000 rupee monthly equity SIP compounding at a standard 12% annual return. To cross the 10 lakh mark, it will take you exactly 70 months. That is 5.8 years of your life. Let's break down those 5.8 years. During this time, you have physically pulled 7 lakh rupees out of your salary and put it into your investment account. The stock market has contributed 3 lakh rupees in gains. Look at those percentages. 70% of your wealth came from your blood, sweat, and tears. Only 30% came from compounding. This is why saving your first 10 lakhs feels so incredibly hard. It is because you are doing 70% of the work. The market is only doing 30%. During these 5.8 years, you will watch your friends buy new cars on EMI, go on expensive international trips, and upgrade their phones every year. You will feel left behind. You will ask yourself, is this SIP actually working? But what you don't realize is that while you were climbing this hill, you were silently building a financial engine. Let's look at what happens the moment you reach the top of the hill and cross that 10 lakh rupee milestone. This is where the math gets mind-blowing. It took you 5.8 years of disciplined saving to reach your first 10 lakh rupees. But how long does it take to double that money and reach 20 lakh rupees, assuming you keep the same 10,000 rupee SIP going at 12%? Does it take another 5.8 years? No, it takes only 40 months. That is just 3.3 years. Your first 10 lakhs took nearly 6 years. Your second 10 lakhs took just over 3 years. Why? Because now you aren't the only one working. Your first 10 lakhs is working alongside you. Your capital is generating its own momentum, but it gets better. Let's say you keep going. How long does it take to go from 20 lakhs to 50 lakhs? It takes 70 months, exactly 5.8 years. Let that sink in for a moment. The exact same amount of time it took you to scrape together your first 10 lakhs is now enough to grow your portfolio by 30 lakhs. This is the snowball effect in full motion. The energy and time required to build wealth shrink dramatically with every milestone you hit. Once you cross 10 lakhs, your money is no longer a passive passenger in your bank account. It is a full-time employee working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without taking a single day off. If compounding is this powerful, why isn't every Indian family rich? Why do most people stay stuck in the middle-class trap? Because they violate the Marwari rule of wealth creation. The Marwari community in India is legendary for its business acumen and wealth preservation. Their secret isn't chasing high-risk, complicated investments. It is patience, discipline, and avoiding wealth-destroying traps. Most retail investors get impatient during the first 3 years of their financial journey. They look at their slow-growing SIP and think, "This is too slow. Let me try futures and options trading." Or, "Let me buy this highly speculative cryptocurrency." Or, "My colleague gave me a stock tip that's going to double in a month." According to data from SEBI, 9 out of 10 retail traders in India lose money in F&O. They aren't just losing money, they are resetting their compounding clock back to zero. Every time you chase a get-rich-quick scheme and lose 50,000 rupees, you aren't just losing 50,000 rupees, you are losing the 5.8 years of compounding potential that money represented. The Marwari rule is simple. Focus on slow, compounding, long-term assets. You must treat your capital with respect. Maximize your guaranteed tax-free options first, like your public provident fund and voluntary provident fund. Never treat these retirement accounts like an ATM. Withdrawing from your EPF or PPF to buy a new car or fund a wedding is a multi-crore mistake that permanently derails your compounding engine. To survive the brutal climb to your first 10 lakhs, you must shift your mindset from a consumer to an owner. You must learn the art of stealth wealth. In India, societal pressure is incredibly high. The moment you get a salary hike, society expects you to upgrade your lifestyle, buy a bigger car on loan, rent a fancier apartment, or wear branded clothes. But these are status symbols designed to keep you broke. They are liabilities, not assets. Stealth wealth is about building a fortune quietly. It is about choosing to act break so you can actually get rich. When you own your first 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, or eventually a crore, you don't need a luxury car to feel validated. You have something far more valuable: complete autonomy. You have the security to walk away from a toxic job, the capital to start your own business, and the peace of mind that a market downturn won't ruin you. Your first 10 lakhs is the hardest hill you will ever climb, but once you reach the summit, the view is incredible, and the descent is effortless. Don't quit in year 1. Don't quit in year 2. Keep your head down, run your SIPs, avoid the EMI traps, and let compounding do what it does best. If you found this whiteboard breakdown valuable, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. What is your savings target for this year? Let's talk in the comments. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and build your wealth quietly. I'll see you in the next video.